Hello and welcome to Love Advice TV. My name is Coach Adrian, delighted to be able to do this video for you. A client of mine just asked me, do you think that my ex wants me to contact her? Do you think my ex wants to contact him? This question is valid for every single person that is watching this video. And it's a beautiful question because this client of mine was able to take a step back, not focus on his or her needs, and actually put themselves in their ex's shoes to figure out what they wanted, what their expectations were. And so many people that I coach, unfortunately, are so blinded by their emotions, so triggered that they're just constantly living in fear. And their ego takes over and they cannot seem to look past what their desires are. And unfortunately, when you are in that state of mind, you make mistakes because you're consumed by your own self. You don't take the time to consider what your ex's needs are, and mistakes happen. So, does your ex want you to contact them? It depends. Everyone's story is different. It depends on what has transpired, what mistakes have been made, what has happened since the breakup. If you were too needy, if you were too clingy, your ex probably is going to want space for a while, more than you're probably comfortable giving them. But that's what you got to do. If you've been too distant and took your ex for granted, they may also want space. Perhaps they're still bitter and angry and they don't want to hear from you. Ultimately, you need to make sure that you are ready when you reach out to your significant other, that you're in a good, solid emotional place, and that you're not reaching out to them from a place of neediness, not seeking their validation. That is precisely why our accountability letter is so powerful, because when we give you the green light, you've actually done the work, you've detached, and you're in a place where you're ready to let your ex know, hey, you know what? You were right in regards to some things. Not from a place of neediness where you're seeking their validation, but from an authentic place of well-being, where you recognize that this process has made you better, and without any bitterness or immediate expectation of reconnecting with them. So, quite honestly, does your ex want you to contact them? It depends. It depends on everything that has transpired. It depends on where you're at, and it depends on where your ex is at, of course. And we cannot control that. We cannot control what your ex is doing, what your ex is thinking. All that we can do is continue to better ourselves to make sure that basically we give ourselves the best possible chance to reconnect at the right time. And this is why I believe private coaching is so important and essential, because together we can figure out when that right time is and how to reach out to your ex so that they don't feel overburdened, overwhelmed. Because how you reach out is just as important as when you choose to reconnect with your significant other. I've done this for many years now, and I can tell you that when clients are in the right mindset, when they approach this process the right way, they figure it out. They figure out if their ex wants them to reach out, and they're also very comfortable with the approach of how to do so. And I think that you can get there too. As long as you're not impatient, as long as you're not blinded by your feelings and emotions, you're going to figure it out. And we'll be here to support you every step of the way. So share your story with me. Tell me where you're at. If you can't book a private coaching session, that's okay. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let's talk about this. And let's make sure that the time is right and that the approach is right too. As always, keep fighting the good fight, and see you soon for another video on Love Advice TV.